go to the woods this morning because it's too wet. Gonna give her another day to run down. Then we're only gonna have a 2-day window. But I'm having a problem with my bird. And this daggum, alright, on my air dryer, and Uncle Tony knows I've been dealing with this, and I didn't know enough about my air drying system, but I went and got learned up and all that stuff, so I think I got her figured out. This comes off the compressor. This is your charge line. It comes in, it comes out that port right there. And it builds up, pushes through the air dryer, comes out this line to the tank. Now, this is supposed to have a check valve in it, but I can't confirm that. But I will here in a minute. I'll put some shop air to this side and see if it purges back through. That's supposed to have a check valve in it, but anyways. When you get up to your governor kickoff, which is adjusted up air to air compressor, of how much pressure your truck's supposed to have in it, which should be like 125, 130. This line then, when the governor kicks in, it sends an error signal back through this line right here, and it comes across through the port in the inside here where that slime is. That's what's coming from the compressor. And it pushes down on this. It does two functions. It shuts off the compressor, which that's done up there, so that's fail-proof. But back here, it's supposed to kick this off, and this opens up the air coming from this to the outside through this manifold, and it'll spit at your spitter. So when it activates, it'll spit. Problem is, my truck is not purging properly, so it's barely cracking this unit here either, and I ain't eliminated a leak in this hose up there at the governor. I've had that before. Or I'm convinced this O-ring is bypassing, and it's letting the air from this charge line escape instead of running this thing solid like it should. We'll just have to see. We shall see what we shall see. Because this is fairly new. I replaced this last spring. It ain't even a year old. And I know everybody says them kind are junky kind. Get the big son of a bucking big kind, but this is what's on the truck, and I want to work with it, keep it going. We'll see what I can come up with. I'm gonna try to do some hillbilly shit that probably shouldn't be done. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna go to a 4-sided O-ring like I use on hydraulic valves to make sure that that's eliminated. If I can get the right, size in there. Now, which one? See, that cavity's a big cavity. I think there's plenty of room for a 4-sided O-ring if I can get the right sized one. And I never grabbed an O-ring pick. And Whitey is at Dennis's. Dennis took Whitey over the weekend. And a big thank you to Dennis down at 60 West for taking care of us. He actually put injectors in Whitey and fixed the DT466 in Whitey. That engine uses, nope. I don't think this is going to do me. The engine in Whitey uses the valve cover as an intake manifold. So your charge air comes in at the top of the intake manifold, and it's got like 2 planes inside. The intake manifold about that tall. And the top plane, it's a manifold, and it goes over to the side and goes down in the ports, down into the air intake on your motor. Underneath all this is your valve cover and your normal stuff. Well, there's when it all smashes down, when it bolts down to your truck, there's around every port, there's a gasket. Sure enough, that gasket leaked, boost air got into your motor there and started pushing oil out the daggone blow-by tube. Of course, Stevie said, well, it's blowing oil out the blow-by-tube. I said, you're full blown, that filter's broke or something. He said, no, I'm not wrong. Sure enough, coming out the blow-by-tube, just like you said. I'm gonna change the O-ring out, see what it gets us, but I don't think that's a problem. I think maybe I got a leak in the line, in the signal line. Maybe that's what's doing me. Alright, we'll put the fix on it. If we can. I got a little bit bigger O-ring that I don't think so big I'll cut it, but we'll see real quick. It just, it ain't bigger, it's just a little bit fatter mill thickness. No, that went on without cutting. I never cut that. Ooh, it fits in there good and snug too. Whew. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I eliminated that problem. I don't think that's gonna be a problem now. That went in there nice and snug, but it wasn't cutting it or nothing. Oh, shockies. Yep, messed up. This has to go in there first. Ooh, that's tight. I better check and make sure I didn't cut it. I don't think I cut it. Whoa, boy, that is snug as a bug in a rug. No, I didn't cut that son of a duck. And yeah, I lubed it up first. Those of you's gonna wonder about that. Oh, yeah, that went in smooth. I think that worked. Let's try it. Let's see if she spits. So what happens, I took this apart under pressure, blowed something apart. Where's that part at? Right here. But here's where my problem I think lied. This here doodad. You look at the but it's pretty small, so we call it a doodadlet. That's where my leak was. And it went inside here. And it did that stuff, but when I took it apart under pressure, blowed my face, lost an eye. So now I look like Popeye. But anyways, we're gonna put the new one on.
What is this?
Kenny keeps asking.
What's this here? What's that?
It's a 33 millimeter switch. That goes with 33 millimeter switch.
Hush up. This says slab belt upgrade. I'm assuming it's a project we never did.
Slab belt upgrade. Where you can lock the slab belt out, I guess. I don't know what I don't know. I'll play your silly games, Tony. What is that for?
Going to kill you. Do you want it on the electric shelf?
Yeah,
somewhere?
put it where the rest of the 33 millimeter stuff is.
All right.
You're clogging up the bird.
Yep.
This is prime real estate you're infringing upon. Kicking my toe! Get out of here, woman! Blackie's royalty. I'll have you beheaded for shit like that.
Blackie's got 1 foot in the grave.
You keep walking. I want your opinion, Joni. I'll give it to you. Did you hear Roger? I gotta keep him in line too. He's a pain in my butt this morning too. You know, it just can't work with these people. You just can't work with them. They're a pain in the butt. So anyways, here's the new one. And we had it in the box anyways. I was gonna pull this piece out of this one because that's where my problem was. Here's the port that the shut-off comes in. And you can look and tell that these two are mates. Something in here, this is pushing directly against this port, doing something. And I was going to switch it out, but I thought, you know what? With my talent, that we just have 2 broken air dryers, so I better just change the dryer out. Oh, Roger Dodgy, Roger Dodgy, Roger Dodgy, Roger Dodgy. So Roger, I've been smarting off all morning. That's what he's doing. And me, I'm just trying to keep him in line, which is a full-time job. Pretty much an innocent victim thrown in here with a bunch of hooligans. That's what it is. Mistreated something awful. Aniseeds. Put a little bit out on your toast in the mornings. Good stuff. Nice. Sheriff Buford T. Justice would have used it. If Sheriff Buford T. Justice would have used that first thing in the morning, he'd have caught the bandit. I guarantee it. He'd have caught him. You'd have seen Burt Reynolds up in a tree, hanging. That's how that movie would have ended. If Sheriff Justice would have used a little bit of aniseeds on his toast in the mornings. Did you hear me, Roger? Just say yes. He heard me. Did you hear him? He said yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. Get her done. Get her done, bud. You must get her done there, bud. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got there, bud. smoky in here.
Not the fuck.
Well, it works. I had to get it adjusted. It was with the way I had it adjusted for the old one to make it work. I had the governor screwed in for far. That when I put the new one on, it cranked plumb up to 150 for the purge. Now I got her back down to 125, 130, somewhere in that neighborhood. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Make it awful smoky in here. Somebody's gonna make it smoky? Well, what would be, so you're saying we can't operate when it's not smoking? Huh. Now I'm gonna do a fun job and we won't tell Roger, we won't tell nobody. I'm gonna take me a blue light and I'm gonna put it up in here. So when it's dark, turn it on, light up my beautiful bird, my beautiful floors, it'll light it all up. Thanks guys for watching. One thing I wanted to say is everybody out there, do be safe. Please, we all gotta go home at the end of the night. There's other people relying on us, and let's not forget that. Thanks everybody, have a good one.
Hey guys and gals, don't forget to go to logyourway.com for all your Log Your Way gear. Thanks. How much you pay me to say that?
Man, how much you gonna give?